Did you know? During the concept stage of Nights into Dreams, the developer's intention was to make the sensation of flight the central gameplay element, achieved through 3D graphics and the combination of both 2D and 3D gameplay. The world of dreams that the game centers upon was inspired by the works of Carl Jung, and primarily his anima and animus concepts. It is said that Takeshi Iizuka invested a significant amount of time researching dreams and the fairies that surround them, meaning Nights' themes offer a much deeper meaning than at first glance. Also, its visual style was borrowed from Cirque du Soleil, witnessed by Yuji Naka and others while playing at the Treasure Island Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Much of the game was built with unique input methods in mind, such as odd flight sticks, inevitably evolving into the Saturn's 3D control pad. At one point in development, the team was visited by Steven Spielberg, who played the game on an experimental controller, later dubbed internally as the Spielberg controller. The gender of the character Nights has been a confusing topic. In Nights' Journey of Dreams, Nights is referred to as a male, but is voiced by a woman. This is not uncommon, as in many cases young male characters are voiced by women in animation and video games. It is possible that Nights was referred to as a male merely due to the fact that the only gender-neutral pronoun in the English language is it, which is considered very rude when referring to a person, whereas in the Japanese language there are unisex pronouns. During an interview, Takeshi Iizuka stated, "Nights is neutral and therefore has no gender. The impressions of the character with regards to gender are totally up to the player." It should be noted that in the game Sonic Riders, the announcer switches between genders when describing the actions of Nights. Former head of Sonic team Yuji Naka stated that Nights was not intended to receive a sequel, being a standalone game similar to that of Spielberg's E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and has expressed his reluctance to develop a sequel. A sequel with the working title Air Nights was intended to use a tilt sensor in a Saturn 3D controller. Development later moved to the Dreamcast for a time, but eventually the project was discontinued. It wasn't until April 2007 that Nights into Dreams got a direct sequel called Nights Journey of Dreams for Nintendo Wii, making use of the system's motion sensing controller that was initially planned for Air Nights. In December 1996, Sega released Christmas Nights, a 2-level Christmas-themed bonus disc given away in Saturn bundles and Sega gaming magazines. It made use of the Saturn's internal clock and changed its presentation during the time of the year. It included Sonic the Hedgehog into Dreams. Sonic is able to traverse Spring Valley stage on foot, and the original game's Puffy boss is reskinned as a bouncy ball version of Dr. Robotnik. In 2008, Nights into Dreams got a Japan-exclusive remake for the PlayStation 2. It included widescreen support, classic Saturn and PS2 remake graphic modes, illustration gallery and a movie viewer. Christmas Nights levels were included as an unlockable bonus. This remake would later be used for the HD port on Xbox Live, PSN and Steam in 2012. Nights has made several cameos and appearances in other Sega and Sonic Team games. The most notable was his inclusion in the Summer Digital title Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. According to Sega, Nights' addition was last minute due to the fans demanding his inclusion in the game. During an interview with NightsInTheDreams.com, Steve Lycett had this to say when asked about the fan outcry. "Panic. All of a sudden I got a huge flurry of emails about a character we'd not planned to include, and at a stage when really it was just too late to add anything major to the game. I think both ourselves and Sega hadn't understood how much of a big deal it was that we'd not planned an inclusion for All-Stars Racing. We were certainly corrected on that in a very short space of time." Nights was later an unlockable character alongside Riala in the sequel Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. And finally, Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of Mario and Zelda, has been quoted saying, "If there's one game I regret never creating, it's Nights." Well, that's all for now. Don't forget to follow DidYouKnowGaming.com on Facebook and Twitter, and check out their website DidYouKnowGaming.com, where they post gaming trivia every single day. And hey, if you enjoyed this fan-made ripoff of talented people, then check out some of their videos. Or if you want something more amateurish and less talent, then check out one of mine. If you want to, I'm not forcing you anything.